Channel 12 Sports presents coverage of the All-Star Sports Holiday Classic Girls Hockey Tournament. And tonight, a quarterfinal round matchup between the Champlin Park Rebels and the Simley Spartans. Hello and welcome to New Hope Ice Arena. I'm John Jacobson along with Dan Ficken. And Dan, happy holidays. And welcome back to the telecast. We get started for first of 3 days in this tournament. We're televising the two North Rink games here in the quarterfinals. Always some good competitive hockey here at New Hope.
Always. This tournament is kind of a fun one to be at, and really, depending on the records, it doesn't matter. We get good, close games, and this is kind of a crucial point in girls hockey right now. They're almost halfway through the season. This is the time when they got to start making some strides to get ready for sections, make that run for the conference championship or whatever. So it's a pretty important tournament time for them.
You know, you talk about that when I've talked to the coaches about this. You think of the holiday break is, for a lot of sports, well, it's still kind of early in the season, but girls hockey, they're already past the midway point of the season. They need to try to get on a roll. Somebody here is going to win 3 games and vault them into that last month of the regular season.
It really can be a big stepping stone to get back into conference play with a fresh note if you have a good 3-game run here. You know, both teams have losing records right now, but they're close and they're on the edge, and this is one where they can really push off the roster, get some things really fixed up that they need to. The biggest problem they're going to have is shaking off all that good Christmas dinner and stuff that they've had. So the first period might be a little slow, but we'll see who picks it up first.
Champlin Park comes in 5-8, Simley 4-9 on the season. And let's start with Rebels play so far. They've had some good defense. They haven't given up a ton of goals. Problem is they haven't scored a lot either.
Really, they lost a bunch of scoring last year of their team, and that's what their struggle is right now. And frankly, it's going to come through their special teams. That should ignite it. They've got a pretty good power play running at about 20%, and the penalty kill's done well. But if they can get some extra scoring here, 5-on-5, that's going to make the difference.
And for Simley, 4-9, as I mentioned on the year, and a very young team, just 2 seniors on this Spartans roster.
Yeah, and they play in the Classic Suburban, which is another tough conference. It's Hill Murray, South St. Paul. But they're building, they're young, and they're very happy with their young ones who seem to know the game pretty well. Their upperclassmen are having some trouble, but this is one of those tournaments where they're hoping, find some things to go for. They just beat their rival in their last game, but they're 1-7 in their last 8. It's just a big game for them.
Let's look at our key players tonight, starting with Champlin Park. They're the visitors on the scoreboard. Kaylee Martinson, a sophomore. She's been their top scorer.
Well, the past 2 years I've had fun watching her. She's just a blonde with a bunch of energy in her. She really picks it up and moves. She's got a sense for the net. She's got 7 goals, 5 assists. She makes things happen for the Rebels. And if she can get really hot here, she can bring 2 or 3 players with her.
And for Simley, Lakin Muller has been their top goal scorer on the year. Again, they haven't scored a lot of goals either, but she tops them with 9.
She's got 9 goals, but, it was a while ago. She's at that 99-point thing in her career, which is kind of stopping her for some reason. It might be in her head, we don't know, but she's a heck of a player. She has a nose for the net. Obviously, she will end up being their leading scorer career-wise at the school. So if she can wake up, we're going to have a heck of a game on hands.
All of her goals came in the first half-dozen games of the season, so they're looking for that 10th goal of the season, her 100th career point, and she's hoping she can get it here tonight. We'll drop the puck in a moment as we take a break. Come back with our hockey game tonight, our first of 2 hockey games live on Channel 12. Simley, Champlin Park coming up next.
Way to Go Sports is the way to go for high-quality brand name used sporting goods at low prices. We buy and sell quality used sports gear. So score some cash when you sell us your stuff or save some cash when you buy ours. We are a family-owned store with something for the whole family.
Way to go for used bikes. Way to go for used lacrosse gear.
Way to go for all sports.
And way to go sports.
And we sharpen skates, too.
Way to Go Sports in the Golden Valley Shopping Center, where buying sporting goods is fun and affordable.
Enjoy your private party in the cozy and comfortable Clubhouse at New Hope Village Golf Course. Our clubhouse is a great location to host your party, anniversary, business meetings, wedding receptions, showers, and more. This attractive facility is fully accessible, has lots of parking, and enough space to accommodate around 75 people. It's easy to find on Bass Lake Road just west of Winnetka, and with affordable rates, it's easy on the pocketbook. So schedule your event today. Call 531-5178.
Welcome back to New Hope Ice Arena, Champlin Park, Simley, ready to go in the first quarterfinal round game of the All-Star Sports Holiday Classic. Rebels 5-8-0 on the season. The Spartans 4-9-0. So Dan Ficken, it's been a while since either team's played. Get this break in between the end of the pre-holiday until the holiday for Champlin Park, for instance. It's been 9 days since you've had a game. Now all of a sudden you got to play 3 in 3 days.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not practice, John. It's a game. Now it's fun, and the fact is they're not going to school right now. You know, this is kind of really fun time, almost like summer hockey, and it's free and easy. So tournaments have always been fun. When we took teams to tournaments during Christmas, we always had a ball, and it was good bonding. And a lot of times, as we were talking about pregame, you know, let's get our heads reset. We've got a second half of the season here. It's coming up. We've got to make a run. And this is kind of a really good opportunity to get your team put back together again, get them mentally refreshed, and get them going. The only thing we've got to worry about right now, John, is getting those Christmas meals out of their system here. So we'll see which team does it first here.
Rebels in Navy, the Spartans in white, and we are ready for girls hockey. And Champlin Park winning the opening face-off. Margie McNamara, senior, one of the captains, bringing into the Simley zone, brings it back behind the Spartans net. Her centering pass broken out, and Simley will send it out to the blue line, now bring it out of the zone. Lakin Muller's number 11, she's their top scorer, we talked about in the pregame. Puck goes back behind the net, that's her sister, Lexi Muller, a defender. Gets it out to center ice, Regan Patnode, the daughter of the head coach, Tom Patnode, gets it into the Rebel zone. And Champlin Park will come back. McNamara at her blue line. Slides the pass ahead to the Simley line and swept into the zone by Abby Dokken. Round to the near boards and in the corner. Spartans will bring it back out. Megan Larson's pass picked off. Gabby Paulsrud shooting it in for the Rebels. Comes back to Anna Royce of Simley. Almost turned it over in front of the net. Puck is still loose. And then Jack Burgum comes back for it for Simley. Lost it. Rebels take it back. Trying to create a scoring chance, but they can't do so. And the Spartans get it out with Larson skating at the center, and she'll dump it into the Champlin Park zone.
So far, John, Champlin's come out with a lot of energy. They're really putting some pressure on Simley. Playing a lot of time in the Simley zone versus the Champlin Park zone.
From center ice, shot into the Simley zone, but Sydney Pelliff was on her side of the center red line. That's icing on Champlin Park. Maddie Foss, the goalie tonight. They've used 3 goalies this year for Champlin Park, and it's Maddie getting the start tonight. 0-2, but a goals against average very good, 3.00, and a save percentage .897. Natalie Burgoyne and Hannah Gettle, the other goaltenders that have seen varsity minutes this year between the pipes. Play in the Simley zone, or in the Rebel zone, intercepted briefly. Unable to get a shot away with Patnode. Out to center and shot into the Simley end. Back behind the net is Kaylee Wood. Wood can't get a stick on it along the boards, and Simley get it out, and this will be icing on the Spartans. Starting goaltender tonight for the Spartans, Emma Cheetah. She is 4-9-0 this season, 4.06 goals against average, and a .873 save percentage.
Sophomore right now taking the heavy load. Coach Patnode said they're really counting on her. If she can get hot in the second half of the season, they're hoping to have a better second half.
There's a chance for Haley Martinson, and her shot right into the midsection of Cheetah. And that save made by the sophomore.
Put a circle around number 17 in blue. She's the leading scorer. She gets in tight. She's going to take that shot. Right now, John, Champlin's forecheck seems to be working pretty good. They're getting Simley off their game, having a tough time breaking out here, creating some opportunities, but they're not getting a clean look at Cheetah.
From center, dumped back into the Spartan zone, then played back out. Burgum at center for Simley. Puts it on net. It skips past Foss and picked up by Rossbach for Champlin Park. Out to the blue line. Bailey Martinson losing it at center. Comes back to the Simley zone. Pass missed D to D there. And Champlin Park able to dump it behind the net. Along the near boards. Up along the wing. Simley gets it to center. Over skated there at center ice by Bree Johnson. Now gets it back for Champlin Park. Johnson regrouping at her blue line. Comes out to center ice. Shoots it down into the Simley zone. Spartans can't clear though. Now kicked out to center. Brought back in. And Maddie Craig had it taken away from her. Simley covering up defensively, not allowing Champlin Park any opportunities early on. Puck from center at the Simley blue line. And now back to the Rebel blue line. Johnson playing it ahead. Brought in now by Pelleff. Sliding it across and just missing the stick of Gabby Paulsrud in front.
Should have been good attempt at a hookup there. I'll tell you what, it was a nice play coming that puck across, just a half second off. And we're seeing that a little bit right now, John. They're about a half second, just a little bit off on passes and stuff.
Kaylee Woods centering pass picked off. This is Danielle Berger of Simley. Came to center. Had to take it away. Here's Martinson. Or excuse me, it's a Wood wheeling back into the zone. Trailing the play and getting a shot away in front was Emily Stoll, and save made by Cheetah. From center, puck shot into the Champlin Park zone. Up to the blue line comes Everett. Delaney Everett into the Simley zone, trying to split between the D. Lost the puck off her stick. And Burgum takes it. Taylor Burgum for Simley. Got it out of the neutral zone. Shot back in. And then back out to center. The Rebels retake control of the puck. Played by Everett ahead to the Simley blue line. Skated by Nikki Nelson to center and taken back by McNamara for Champlin Park. Margie McNamara going deep to the corner along with Amanda Riley of Simley. Centering it out in front and picked off by Nelson. Now Simley gets it ahead. This is a chance for Lakin Muller. Rebels get back defensively. She was draped pretty well by both Rossbach and Dokken. Couldn't get a shot off. To the blue line, off past the stick of Maddie Matthews, all the way back to the Simley end, and deflected up and out of play up into the Simley bench area. We have played not quite 6 minutes, scoreless first period. Champlin Park and Simley.
Well, John, I'm seeing a lot of energy back and forth on both teams. Their legs are moving really good. They're just missing the practice, missing the movement of the puck. The passes are off a little bit. They're not quite ready. Sticks aren't on the ice. And those little bits are just making all the difference. Champlin obviously has had the better opportunities so far. So we'll see if Simley can turn it around and get some pressure down on the Rebel end.
This is Jordan Trapp bringing it into the corner. Now Craig. Maggie Craig to the corner, centering pass, intercepted. This is Larson for Simley. Comes up to center ice, hooked off her stick nicely by Trapp. Puck deflects off a Simley player. Cheetah stops it with her stick, and back comes Matthews for it. To the corner, Lakin Muller backhands it. This is Lexi Muller, number 12. Johnson helps keep it in for Champlin Park. Nelson for Simley around the boards with a pass to Lakin Muller. Now towards center. And Johnson plays it out to center for Champlin Park, and then shot down by Pelleff into the Simley zone. Amy Lorenzen going deep, lost the puck. Nelson around the boards for Muller. Puck is free in the slot. Muller pass across to Patnode. They couldn't hang on to it, and Stoll coming back for Champlin Park. Her shot grazing the side of the Simley net. Patnode along the boards. From the circle trying to clear. Champlin Park keeping it in. Patnode gets it again. Banks it but not out. Rebels dump it back behind the goal. Goes to the right corner. Royce. Or Simley out to center. Erica Burrell getting it ahead. Here's Kaylee Martinson. Carries deep with a shot up high, and Cheetah makes the stop. Martinson going back behind the net for the goal as it taken away from her by Riley. McNamara moving in, number 10. Riley getting it back for Simley. She's number 17. Her pass intercepted, goes to the side of the net and cleared from in front by Royce. McNamara. Now it's Martinson. Plays it back for McNamara. Martinson skates into the corner, comes to the circle, shot away, and Cheetah got a piece of that. Good save for Cheetah. Puck comes out to center. Bree Johnson trying to play it back in, but it's intercepted by Larson. She'll dump it into the Champlin Park zone as the Spartans make a change. Past the midway point of this first period, no score. First of the two quarterfinals here on the North Ring. Two quarterfinals also on the South Ring tonight here on the first night of the All-Star Sports Holiday Classic. Shot from the blue line is saved, and we get a freeze on the stoppage of the puck by Emma Cheetah.
Well, John, there's been some good pace here, up and down a little. Like I said, the legs are going, but they're just not putting any plays together. Get a good look at Jim Coltis, fourth-year coach here at Champlin's, been around a number of years in this conference with Maple Grove, and spent a couple years at Rogers.
Shot off the face-off and the save made. Here's a look at Tom Patnode, first-year head coach at Simley. He was an assistant last year. He's coached hockey for a number of years, with the last two now at the high school level, and his first year as a varsity coach for this Spartans program. Now it's Simley carrying it deep. Nikki Nelson stops, trying to center it in front. Taken back by Champlin Park. Nice move there by Craig to get around the defender, passing it ahead to Paulsrud. Paulsrud will dump it behind the net, getting free as Pelleff. Pelleff being bodied by Muller, Lexi Muller, to the boards, and taken back by Simley, and Lexi Muller gets it out and down into the Rebel zone. Puck shot in by Champlin Park's Pelleff. And played ahead by Berger into the Rebel zone. Centering attempt. They can't get a shot off. Now a shot away. Goes to the side of the net. Rebels trying to play it back and out of the zone. Picked off at center ice by Laken Muller. And zips a long one in. Foss has it underneath there and covers up to make the save.
That might be Maddie Foss's first save of the night, John, so far, because I think the previous one was going to miss the net, but finally a shot on goal. A little bit of a floppler and a wobbler. They're not very fun to make a save. It's like a knuckleball coming at you. But Simley's on the board now with a shot on goal.
Put in front of the net. Laken Muller couldn't get a shot quite off on that play. Shot from the blue line. Foss makes the save and clears the rebound away. She had Regan Patnode right in front and able to clear the puck away from her. Well, Simley picking it up a little bit now. Here comes Matthews into the zone. Foss steering the puck back behind her net. Spartans can't keep control though. Champlin Park getting it back, resetting in their own zone. Pass comes up to the stick of Martinson at the blue line. Out to center ice. Hits the Simley line. Lets a big shot go. It's wide of the net. Berger after it there for Champlin Park. Now it's Berger. Up into center. Shot, and that goes back behind the net. And it's Berger. Losing it. Simley. Finally clears the zone, and this will be icing on the Spartans.
Well, good icing here. They needed to relieve the pressure. They got stuck back in their own zone again. And that forecheck of Champlin Park is really working well, John. They got 2 in on the puck and 1 delayed up top, and it's working very well, and they're disrupting it. I had fun talking to Coach Patno, though. He said they're very young, and it kind of shows here, but he seems really excited about that they're going to get better. And they had a nice little run down here in the Champlin Park zone, created some good opportunities, got 2 really good shots off that tested Foss, so we'll see if they can grow a little bit today.
Two on two here for Simley. A shot. Foss has to make the save. Puck lost in the circle in the Champlin Park zone. Rebels having trouble now getting out of their own end. Chance from Muller puts it right on net, and Foss makes a good save, point blank on Lakin Muller.
Well, Lakin Muller, the puck found her, and she's dangerous. She's coming in off the sideboard here, makes a nice move, goes right to the front of the net. Took a pretty good shot there. Might have waited a little bit to get more in front to give her a better look at the a bigger net, but she's got her first shot of the night. Let's see if that energizes her.
Martinson gains control of the puck, plays it out to center to Dockin. Dockin shot away, and the glove save by Cheetah. 4:19 to play in the first period. No score. Champlin Park and Simley.
Well, we were talking earlier too, John, about Champlin Park having trouble scoring this year, and I like the way they're getting in and they're putting some shots on the goalie. Now they need to get more bodies in front so they can get the rebounds and stuff. If the first one isn't going in, try and get the second or third one in.
From center ice, Trapp trying to swing it into the Simley zone. Spartans clear it down to the Champlin Park end, taken by Bree Johnson there. Skated down from behind by Nikki Nelson. Johnson still controlling, gets the pass up to Dockin. And offside was Martinson.
Martinson a little too anxious to get into the zone there. Probably should have straddled the line real quick and got in behind for a drop pass. But he set up a good shot to let both forwards go to the front of the net.
Patno getting it up ahead to Nelson. Goes wide of the Rebels net, taken by Everett. Lost the puck there, is taken away by Lakin Muller. Rebels get it back. This will be icing. No, they wave it off. McNamara had put it down into the Simley zone. Played back behind the Spartans net. Royce there for it. Up for Patno. Kept in the zone and goes wide of the Simley net.
Good, nice reverse, nice move into the center. That was a nice breakout situation there for Simley.
Back into the zone is Rossbach. Cross for Everett, who plays it out to center. Shot back in to the Champlin Park zone. Rossbach for the Rebels. Banks it off the glass. Nice job keeping it in by Muller, but perhaps didn't know. It was called for a hand pass. Knocked it down with her hand and then went to a teammate. So come back down to the Simley zone.
That's too bad. That was a pretty smart play in there. If she just could have dropped that in front, John, she could have had a nice opportunity. Unfortunately, she's got to come back into the Spartan zone now. Break them out. I talked a little bit to Jim Coltis at Champlin Park about activating his defense, too. A lot of times when teams have trouble scoring, they want to get their defense activated, moving up and carrying the puck. a little bit more and getting active in the offensive zone. They're pinching a little bit more than I've seen them, but they're not rushing the puck a lot with them. I saw Bree Johnson make one run. So we'll see if that changes here over this period and next period.
Rebels 5-8 on the season, 3-2 in their last 5 games. Wins over Centennial, Coon Rapids, and North Metro. Losses 3-1 to Andover and 2-1 to a good Maple Grove squad.
I think they've lost 5 one-goal games, John, or 4 or 5 of them. One-goal games, really close.
Centering attempt. Paulsrud couldn't get a shot off, and out comes Simley. Matthews got it out of the zone. Johnson back for Champlin Park. Reed Johnson to center, backhands it in to the Spartan zone with under 2 minutes to go in a scoreless first period.
Well, the good news for the Spartans is, and the bad news for the Rebels, the first period tends to be the best period for the Rebels. They've been outscored in the second and third period throughout the year so far. So do they have to reverse that trend, or the Spartans are going to get an opportunity here in the next 2 periods. Cheetahs played very well, I thought, John, for the Spartans in goal.
Icing here on Champlin Park. Minute and 32 seconds remaining here in the first period. Jay Wilcox is a part of our broadcast crew for this first quarterfinal tonight. He'll be talking to each of the coaches tonight. We'll hear from one of them after the first intermission. Champlin Park getting down into the Spartan zone. Out to center it comes. This is Jack Burgum. Played around near boards. Rebels get it out.
2-on-1.
A great job by McNamara to get it ahead. McNamara take it himself and score. She had Dockett on her left, and McNamara takes it herself and scores. Beating Cheetah on the stick side. That's 1-0 Rebels.
Used the decoy, the left wing decoy, tremendously well. McNamara just coming down nice. We'll watch as Cheetah actually flinches. Watch this now. McNamara's going to give her a little look-see over there, and then she rips it. Cheetah wasn't quite sure which way it was going to go. It looked like she was expecting the pass to come across because she was surprised to see that puck coming at her. So the Rebels get off to a 1-0 lead on a great play by Maggie McNamara.
Made the nice move in her own zone around the blue line, Dan, to get past the 2 Simley players and went in and scored. So Champlin Park getting on the board at the 15:59 mark. Martinson getting the lone assist on the goal. Johnson will skate back for 35 seconds remaining in this opening period. Taken off the stick of Lorenzen. Simley gets the turnover, put in front. Muller's shot didn't get all the way through. Cleared off by Trapp. Spartans keep it in, comes back. Now setting up back behind the net is Johnson with 11 seconds to go. Back for Jordan Trapp. 5 seconds to go in the period. Not as far as the blue line. That'll be the end of the first period of play. Not a lot of shots, Dan. Champlin Park finally getting a scoring opportunity late, and they score the first period's only goal.
Take advantage of a nice 2-on-1 situation. Maggie McNamara playing that perfectly. Finally breaking the ice on Cheetah, who did very, very well in that period. She did a nice job keeping the Spartans into it. Now we'll see what happens in the next 2 if the Spartans can pick up some energy now and go after the Rebels.
We'll take a break, come back. Jay Wilcox will be with us ringside in a moment. You're watching coverage of the All-Star Sports Holiday Classic on Channel 12.
Way to Go Sports is the way to go for high-quality brand-name used sporting goods at low prices. We buy and sell quality used sports gear, so score some cash when you sell us your stuff or save some cash when you buy ours. We're a family-owned store with something for the whole family.
Way to go for used bikes. Way to go for used lacrosse gear.
Way to go for all sports.
at Way to Go Sports.
And we sharpen skates, too.
Way to Go Sports in the Golden Valley Shopping Center, where buying sporting goods is fun and affordable.
Enjoy your private party in the cozy and comfortable clubhouse at New Hope Village Golf Course. Our clubhouse is a great location to host your party, anniversary, business meetings, wedding receptions, showers, and more. This attractive facility is fully accessible, has lots of parking, and enough space to accommodate around 75 people. It's easy to find on Bass Lake Road just west of Winnetka, and with affordable rates, it's easy on the pocketbook. So schedule your event today. Call 531-5178.
Champlin Park 1, Simley nothing after one period. Let's go down now ringside with Jay Wilcox.
Pat, the Simley head coach, and what were your impressions overall of that first period for your team, Tom?
I thought it was a pretty good period. We came out with good energy. We're a young club, so energy is important for us. If we come out with good energy, I think then good things can happen.
They ended up getting the late goal, but I thought as the period went on, your team started to play a little bit better, get some chances. Could you see that the rust was shaking off a little bit as the period went?
Yeah, I think we just got to get a little more nasty in front of the net. Got a couple good chances down low, just couldn't get it done, but keep working down low here, and we'll see what happens next period.
She gave one up late, but Emma Cheetah, I thought, played a very solid first period. Were you happy with what you've seen from her?
Yeah, 9 shots on net. We got 5. We gotta give their goalie a little more pressure. But yeah, Emma's one of our strong players in our club. Like I said, we're young, 2 seniors, 4 juniors, and all underclassmen. So, and she's only a sophomore.
On your current varsity, but also coming up, it sounds like you've got some things you're excited about, that the future of the program looks like it could be, getting better and better for you, right?
Yeah, it's traditionally been low count number of kids in the community, and this year at the younger levels, we're starting to get a lot of kids coming out, friends, bringing friends, those types of things, promote Hockey Day. So yeah, I think the future's bright. We'll need a few years, but I think we'll continue to work on it.
Thanks so much for joining us. Good luck in the second period and the rest of the tournament, too.
Thanks, Jay.
All right, Tom Patno, the Simley head coach, is his team trailing Champlin Park 1-0 after one on a late goal in the period for the Rebels. We will be back to continue our coverage here of the All-Star Sports Holiday Classic from New Hope Ice Arena on 12 Sports.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
Welcome back to New Hope Ice Arena. We are in Game 1, the opening night of the All-Star Sports Holiday Classic here on 12 Sports. Champlin Park with a 1-0 lead over the Simley Spartans. Of course, the host team for the tournament, the Armstrong Cooper girls, will be in action against Matamidi in our second game of the night here on the North Rink. And Armstrong and Cooper are paired up now for girls hockey. They still have separate teams in boys hockey. And on this week's Sports Jam show on 12 Sports, we got a chance to meet Hayden Gauchia, the Cooper Hawks, and here's that story. For Hayden Gauchi, the grass isn't always greener elsewhere. The Cooper senior wing never had any doubt he'd be a Hawk when it came time for high school hockey.
When I grew up, played Cooper hockey. I knew I always wanted to. My sister grew up playing Cooper hockey, and I knew that was just the path that I wanted to go.
I mean, that's pretty much what our team is. It's kids that have stuck around, and they're just Cooper kids, and everything else, it doesn't matter to them. And he's definitely like that. His family is huge, backers of Cooper, and that is kind of, he's kind of learned from his family on that one.
Gauchi's had a pretty strong start to his senior season. netting a team-high 8 goals in the first 6 games, including a 4-goal, 3-assist performance against Dodge County. He's trying to play to his strengths.
Definitely staying in front of the net is what the coach really likes me to do, using my big body to block shots and tip goals, but it hasn't happened yet. What I need to work on is definitely stick handling. Not the best stick handling, but try to stay away from it, beat people to the outside.
He's good on the puck. He's a strong kid. He's got a real strong lower half. And I always tell him he's a power forward. I go, that's where he needs to play. And right now, the puck's just finding the back of the net for him.
He's working well on a line with Coach Rooney's son, Trey, and their skills complement each other.
Yeah, he's a good kid. Definitely loves to share the puck. He's a good skater, obviously. Knows a lot what he's doing out there.
It's good. I mean, we have a lot of stuff that we've been working on recently, just me and him. And we mixed in our other lineman, Greg Nightingale. We've been really working hard down low, doing what we're good instead of trying to stick handle our own guys, just beating them with our strength and speed. And that's been really working good for us.
You didn't see me take the face-offs last game?
Hey,
I was killing them.
Hayden sharpened his skills in the fall, playing in the Ice Edge Prospects League with players from around the Twin Cities.
Coach Rooney asked if a couple of the players on our team wanted to join this league to get ready for the hockey season, and 5 of us joined, and it was a blast getting to know all the kids from around the state. Definitely got to improve on my skills before the season started to really get me ready for this year.
Hayden's played in every game since his freshman year and is on target to surpass 100 varsity games played in his career. The best memory came in his freshman season when Cooper knocked off arch-rival Armstrong for the first time in 16 years.
At the top of the list, I have to say Armstrong-Cooper Day. From freshman year, it was a blast. Had some rough patches in between then, but that's one of them. And then another one is our holiday tournament up at Silver Bay. We normally do pretty good up there too.
Cooper hasn't been a big winner in hockey, and the numbers in the program are low enough that Hawks hockey faces an uncertain future. It's hardly a story isolated to Cooper. First Minneapolis schools and now the inner suburbs are seeing similar storylines play out. While a lot of his youth teammates are playing for other high schools, Hayden Gauchi has no regrets about growing up Cooper. And Hayden and the Hawks are up at the Silver Bay tournament again this week, and they've had some pretty good success there up in northeastern Minnesota. We are in the first intermission of our first game of the night here at the All-Star Sports Holiday Classic. Champlin Park 1, Simley 0, and we'll have more our second period followed by, or first the highlights from the first, and then our second period coming up here on 12 Sports.
You always made sure I brushed my teeth.
You told me that smart was cool.
You always told me to dream big.
To all of those parents who took the time to make raising their children their most important job, we'd like to say,
thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thanks, Mom and Dad.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
I never thought I'd miss you half as much as I do. It must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best.
It must be love. It must be hospice.
With Dan Ficken and Jay Wilcox, I'm John Jacobson. Champlin Park 1, Simley 0 after the first period of the All-Star Sports Holiday Classic Girls Hockey Tournament. Highlights from the opening period of play. And Champlin Park carrying most of the play early in the period. Simley, though, having some scoring chances midway to late in the period. This is probably their best one here. It came from Laken Muller, and the save made by Maddie Foss. Champlin Park getting on the board late. The goal that came at 15:59 of the period, scored by Margie McNamara. The assist to Kaylee Martinson. The shots on goal 9-5 in favor of Champlin Park. They've had the scoring chance edge 4-1, and no penalties in this game at all through the first period of play. Take another break. Teams will be back out for the second period in a moment. As our continuing coverage of the All-Star Sports Holiday Classic continues live on Channel 12.
Oh, hey, bud. Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
With Gary and Todd?
Yeah?
I've been meaning to ask you, is there any drinking going on in this crowd?
No.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't. I'd do anything to keep you safe.
Okay, I will.
I hope this is working.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
John Jacobson back with you at New Hope Ice Arena. Dan Ficken after one period. It's 1-0, but pretty even play for the most part. Not a lot of scoring opportunities. Champlin Park finally getting one late and getting a really nice goal by McNamara.
Really, they created a nice 2-on-1 rush, and you know you got to take advantage of when you get them. Those are times when the odds are in your favor. They cashed in. Both teams need to sustain a little more pressure, especially the Spartans. They need to get a little more organized in their offensive zone, move the puck. They got a couple opportunities, but it was a one-shot deal and it was dead and done. They need to get people in front of the net to start bothering Matty Foss. And they also need to start reversing a little bit more in their own zone to break that forecheck. Champlin's forecheck was pretty good that period, John. They need to break that, doing that. Champlin, they just got to put it together. They're getting people in front of the net. They're just not connecting. They're about a half second off on their sticks. If they can get that done, they should be able to put some more pucks in their net.
Now ready to go here in period number 2. Face-off will be between Maggie Craig and Nikki Nelson. And more hockey here from New Hope. Again, Patno getting it to Muller, and he'll get a quick shot on goal early for Simley, and the stop by Foss.
Good opener for the Spartans there, John. Yeah. Wasn't a tremendous chance, but they got that puck down there. Now they get a face-off inside the zone to see what they can do with it.
And face-off controlled by the Spartans. Nelson trying to get the puck off in front in the scoring area. And the puck now freed up in the corner. The Simley player Nelson went down. Played back behind the net by the Rebels, which is taken by Burrell. Up the wing, out to center. And onto the stick of Matthews. Plays it ahead. And it's down around the Rebel zone as Simley makes an early line change. Puck freed up, it's turned over. Here's a shot away, and that one goes wide off the stick of Lexi Muller. Now it's Jack Burgum taking her centering pass up in the slot. Larson skates it down, trying to backhand it toward the net. Champlin Park able to chip it out to center. Shot back ahead of the Rebels line. Johnson trying to feed it ahead for Dockin. McNamara neutral ice, tying up with Larson for control. Now it's Burgum with it. Gets it across for her sister. It's Taylor Burgum, dumps it into the zone. Back for it comes Bree Johnson. Passes up to center ice. Dockin fires it wide into the opposite corner. Banked around. Patino able to clear it out to center. It's onto the stick there of Dockin. Down into the Simley zone. Martinson falls down back behind the net. Here's McNamara. Put it out in front and then shot high and wide by Dockin.
Ooh.
Almost a dangerous turnover by Simley. Didn't happen though, and back they come. This is Lexi Muller carrying deep. Lexi Muller around the boards to the corner, puts it out high.
Nice.
In the slot, nice little move by Berger. Shot away. Floss makes the stop. Puck pops up wide and back behind the net. Larson, now it's shot wide from the circle. Around the near boards. Martinson trying to gather in. Can. Berger keeps it in the zone for Simley. Behind her net is Trapp. Lost the puck. Centering attempt. Here's the shot, and they score!
Bergam.
Danielle Berger, the junior forward, ties it at 1.
Nice play. Consistent pressure here by the Spartans. Got a good play behind. Nice pass up in front. Standing all alone. Berger almost got digging off her feet, but she found enough of a stick and got it into the lower left corner on Maddie Foss, and we got a tie game. Good start for the Spartans here, John. A lot of jump. Put some time into the offensive zone, and one of the things they did I thought really well too is they're getting the puck out to the point and spreading things out and getting some decent opportunities, especially in the second one. But good play out from behind the net, and Berger gets the Spartans on the board here. We got a hockey game.
And Danielle Berger, her second goal of the season, ties this game up at 1 at the 2:45 mark of the second period. Back they come again. Wiki bringing it in. Jack Bergam getting the lone assist on the goal by Berger at 2:45. From the blue line. There's a shot, and that goes high and up and out of play.
We'll see it come loose here to Bergam, and she gets it. She saw the Berger in front of the net, put it back in, not quite on the stick, but Berger was adjusted enough to get some wood on it and put it past Foss.
Martinson and Nelson on the face-off here. The tie-up, shot away, save made by Cheetah. Out to center ice, comes to Regan Patnode, she'll shoot it in. Everett for Champlin Park, brings it up to center ice. Everett from the blue line, shot away, stop made, and covered up by Cheetah.
Boy, I like the way Cheetah got out of the net there, Johnny. She got way above the crease and cut that angle down. Fumbled it a little bit, but still she held on to it. But she's cutting down that angle really well. Well, Coach Patno must have said something in the locker room, John, there between the first and second period, because they've this is a little bit different Spartan team than we saw in the first period.
.55 to play here in the second. Puck free at center ice. Played by Rossbach, lost it. Brought in by Lexi Muller, playing it off on her right to Jack Bergam. Puck chopped into the air, played around to the right corner in the Rebel zone. Returned behind the net. Off the stick of Berger, and Champlin Park comes back with it. Pelliff got it into the Simley zone. Behind the net, it's Larson for Simley. Off to the corner to Berger. Berger getting tied up by Craig, who helps free it up for the Rebels. Centering pass for Craig. Following up a shot and a score on the rebound by Gabby Polsrud.
That was a forecheck created goal right there. Simley had an opportunity to come back up. It came halfway up the side boards. Champlin stopped and started working. It got it behind the net. Palouf, and she gets it out front. And bang, number 7. Gabby Polsrud just puts it away and puts the Rebels back up. By score 2-1. Good pressure. Good goal scoring creation there. Nice play by the Rebels.
Polsrud has 3 goals on the season. Dan, 2 of them have been in the 2 Champlin Park games we happen to televise this year. The one in that North Metro game earlier.
Well, they're going to try and get scoring from a variety of people here, too. They've needed it. It has hurt them this year. They got to get everybody on board putting the puck in the net. But what's good is that was just a nice team-made goal with that forecheck, and people are in the right spots now. Good opportunity by Paul, and there she stands, comes right in and puts it away.
The assists on the third goal of the season from Paulsrud going to Maggie Craig and Sydney Pelliff.
And Sydney Pelliff made a nice play there too, Jen, on the front of the net. She kept that one side screened out.
So a 2-1 Rebels lead here, still early in the second period. Simley can't hold the zone. Now it's played back into the Champlin Park end. Johnson tied up by Berger in the corner. Larson moving in. And Martinson takes it away for Champlin Park. She'll skate out the center with it now. Martinson hits the Simley line. Carries deep for the Rebels. Taken out of the play by Larson. Is able to get the puck up toward the blue line. Martinson picks it off. Winds up and fires and off the stick of Cheetah.
Looked like that went off the shaft, John. Boy,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that was a rip shot.
Puck played by Trapp across the way and played now back behind the net. Martinson will get it back. Trying to center out in front for Dokken. Puck is free behind the net now. Simley controlling. Lexi Muller trying to clear it. Gets it to Larson. Larson playing it behind the net for Jack Burgum.
All right, this is where the Spartans are getting in trouble. Champlin's worn them down. They can't move their legs. They're really tired right now. They need a change.
Lexi Muller. Martinson right after it, taken away by McNamara. Now cleared toward the blue line, and they're able to get it out to center ice. Burgum offside is Simley. It was Taylor Burgum bringing in offside for the Spartans, so they get the whistle.
Oh, Spartans dodged a bullet here. We'll take a good look. Nice shot by Martinson here. Just, yeah, that went off the stick shaft of the Spartan goalie there, but tremendous pressure made out there, and the Spartans dodged a bullet. They got the puck finally out, and they'll take that face off there so they can make a change because their legs were gone.
Play back behind the net. Tied up along the boards, and Rebels can't quite get it out of their zone. Simley, good job to keep it in. Nikki Nelson to the corner. Has it now, kicks it to herself. Fires a shot away, went through the crease. And now onto the stick of Emily Stoll of Champlin Park. Nelson takes it back for Simley. Nelson, nice move, gets to center, frees herself, dumps it down into the Rebel zone.
And Coach Patno made a change with the Spartans there. They're telling their defense to pinch to increase that forecheck pressure. You can see it worked very well that last shift. So they're not going to let Champlin get out of their zone easy. They're going to pinch him.
Puck free at the Champlin Park line and taken by Lexi Muller. Muller into the Champlin Park zone. Wheels to the circle, now back behind the net.
There we go.
Gets the pass off, a shot away by Larson, deflects. It's back behind the Rebels net, taken by Rossbach. Onto the stick of Paulsrud and out to center and down into the Simley zone. And it's going to go far enough for its icing on Champlin Park. 8:23 to play, second period. Champlin Park leading Simley 2-1. First of two games tonight on this Thursday on Champlin on Channel 12, as we will see later tonight. The host team, Armstrong Cooper, take on the Matamidi Zephyrs, another team out of the Classic Suburban, as is Simley. Centering pass in front, and it deflects off the defenseman's stick in a spot where it has to be covered up by Foss.
Yeah, Cassie Myers is kind of swinging at it here, and it deflects off backwards off of her stick. And the net, you'll see it come in and just comes off the wrong way. Maddie Foss had to be on her toes to make that save. Well, John, we're seeing a little bit more of an even game now. This is going back and forth. Both teams starting to show some tremendous pressure in the attack zones and really going after it.
A skate past the D as McNamara centering it out in front for Martinson. Kind of lost it off her stick. Now the centering attempt comes to the side of the net, and Cheetah able to cover up. McNamara almost repeated the play that she scored on. Makes a nice move up the wing, this time passing it. And Martinson just couldn't get a stick on it cleanly to put it away.
But you're seeing two Rebels right there. They're figuring out if you can't score, you get as many people in front of that net as you can, and they're taking advantage of it. Cheetah did a good job there holding her ground and then getting a good freeze.
Puck coming out to center, skated back in by Larson. Out to center and cleared down into the Simley zone. Martinson after it again. Martinson comes into the circle,
nice.
Trying to give the pass off for Meyer, who lost it, and Simley able to get it out to center. Here's Berger at the blue line of Champlin Park. It's knocked down by Johnson, and now it's taken by Dokken, who got it up to center. Runs into a Simley player as the puck bumps up into the Champlin Park bench, bringing the whistle with 7:18 to go in the second.
Well, I like the way both teams have come out here in this period now. I think the Christmas stuff is, slowdowns are gone now. There's been good pace up and down movement on the ice. Lines are tied when they're coming off and making changes. This has got a much better pace this period.
Shot going wide off the stick of Craig. Here's Paulsrud. The shot whistles that one wide of the net. Bacon by Patno, getting it up to center.
Oh,
Lakin Muller pulled down. We're going to get our first penalty call of the game. Simley is going to go on the power play. Another penalty called here against Rossbach.
Molly Rossbach kind of got a little stick in the way here and tripped some of the players for our first penalty here, so we'll get a chance to see what the Spartans can do in the power play. Good turnaround to catch it.
Actually, a caller for checking on that one. It could have been a trip, too. So let's see what Simley can do with their first power play. It's not been a great power play this season for the Spartans, Dan.
It has not. They're working under 10%, which is very, very bad. I think the statistic we got was 4 goals and 56 chances.
Trying to even it up here in the second period. They lose it in their own zone. It's taken away by Craig. Now it comes to Matthews. Pass misses Patno, and shot back in by Champlin Park. Lexi Muller back for it. And she has it taken away cleanly. In the corner by McNamara. McNamara comes free. Shot on net. Cheetah the save. Puck is still free in front. Comes back to the blue line. Johnson with a shot. Cheetah gets a piece of that. Now it's Martinson. Martinson works her way out front. Her shot deflects. Comes to Patnode. Is finally able to get it up to center. And it's Simley, the team on the power play, in Champlin Park with a little shorthanded flurry there. Now trying to regroup. It's Lakin Muller shooting it into the Rebels zone. High behind off the glass. Jordan Trapp takes it for the Rebels, and she'll just bank it ahead and down into the Simley zone. Martinson dangerous skating after it, but Cheetah able to play it away.
Oh my.
Here's Dokken trying to get a shot off, but that's blocked. Comes to Martinson. She'll fire low along the ice. That's wide. And taken by Berger. Berger for Simley. Penalty time down to just 10 seconds. This is pretty much all Champlin Park in this last 2 minutes. And they'll clear off the final seconds with that icing there.
Wow, that wasn't even, of course, they're not setting up, right? They didn't even got it out of their zone. They're having trouble moving that puck up to get it set up.
Simley turned it over briefly. Comes back out to center. Berger Lost the puck as she came across the line. Now Lakin Muller with a shot. That one off of Berger's skate. Play to the corner, and the head that comes to center. And a turnover. Here's Muller. Nice move to get around the defender. Backhand shot. Saved by Foss as she steers it around to the corner. Puck taken by Lorenzen. Out to center it comes. Lexi Muller backhanded into the Champlin Park zone. Johnson head manning the pass to Keely Wood. Matthews taking it for Simley. Matthews to the blue line. Rink wide pass across for Berger. Trying to muscle her way past Everett. They both go to the ice. Comes back out. Lexi Muller. Puck is free and taken by Wood. Gets past the Simley player. There's no icing here. Paulsrud looked to center it. Came to the blue line. Kept in the zone by Rossbach. Back behind the net. Pulloff. Free in the circle. Shot away. A little trouble with it for Cheetah, but got enough of it to stop and keep it from going in the net. Back to the Rebel zone. Everett trying to get it out. And does. Royce can't bring it back in for Simley. Now it's Paulsrud at the Simley line. Gets past Larson. Paulsrud puts it right out in front. Pelliff couldn't put it away. Backhand pass, a shot,
nice.
And a goal. What a terrific pass. Pelliff scoring, and a great setup from Craig.
Maggie Craig, the magician, man, nice move. Comes around, brings it onto the left-hand side of the net, and backhands it across to Palufsky City, who just missed a golden opportunity second before and just taps it in. Cheetah had no chance on that whatsoever. It's amazing, John. The Spartan power play actually gained momentum and put energy into the Rebels. What a, oh my gosh, what a minute and a half to 2 minutes of just dominating hockey. I believe we have 3 goals by Champlin and by 3 different players, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Yep. Pelliff with her 6th goal of the season. Craig the assist. We'll listen here for the second assist on that goal. Came at 14-11 of the second period. Now Craig the lone assist. Play back ahead. We get a whistle back behind the play. We get a penalty coming up on Simley. Champlin Park is going to get its first power play of the night. Jack Bergham's going to go off for a trip.
Well, Spartans been running the penalty kill at about 70%, which is pretty good. We'd like to see it at 75, but not bad. But Champlin's been working at about a 20% on their power play. So, and the way they've been moving the puck, John, this could be a real tough time for the Spartans. Cheetah's going to have to really step up. They don't want to get down by 3 goals.
On the blue line, shot by Johnson, hits some traffic. Shot by Martinson. He rifled that one high and over the cage. Pelliff. Back out to the blue line now to Johnson, working it back to Keely Wood. Behind the net to Pelliff. Pelliff. Stick handling, now trying to get the pass off of Martinson, now does. Back out it comes to Johnson, high slot, shot away. Stopped, cleared, and down the length of the ice. Cleared by Lakin Muller.
Nice block by the Spartan defense there. Let it bounce off and got it out of the zone. Good play, nice play by the Spartans.
Martinson from center for Champlin Park into the Simley zone. Gets the pass. Off, comes back out to Johnson. Johnson feeding it down to Pelliff. Now McNamara. From the circle, puts it on net on the other side, and a shot by Martinson is stopped by Cheetah. Back to McNamara. Under a minute to go in the period. McNamara in the left circle, backhander. Hit some traffic and cleared away by the Spartans. They iced the puck. Now 25 seconds left in the power play for Champlin Park. Now if they come to center, pass comes ahead into the Simley zone. Aiken Muller comes around the boards and cleared ahead down into the Champlin Park zone. We're taken by Martinson. Trying to get it to center as Simley is back at full strength. Final 10 seconds of the period. Shot down by Rossbach into the Simley zone. And that will do it for the second period of play. Well, our score after 2 periods, Dan, now 3-1. Champlin Park. It was a 1-0 game after one. Simley briefly tying it, but the Rebels going and getting the final 2 goals.
Rebels picked it up in the last 7 minutes of the period, John, and really stuck it to them, and that's been the difference there. Simley came out, started out very well in that second period, but that actual power play they had, I think, hurt them more than helped them there, as they lost all the momentum, and Champlin grabbed a 2-goal lead.
We'll take a break, come back with more coverage of the All-Star Sports Holiday Classic from New Hope Ice Arena after this timeout.
Way to Go Sports is the way to go for high-quality brand name used sporting goods at low prices. We buy and sell quality used sports gear, so score some cash when you sell us your stuff or save some cash when you buy ours. We are a family-owned store with something for the whole family.
Way to go for used bikes. Way to go for used lacrosse gear.
Way to go for all sports.
And way to go sports.
And we sharpen skates too.
Way to Go Sports in the Golden Valley Shopping Center, where buying sporting goods is fun and affordable.
Enjoy your private party in the cozy and comfortable clubhouse at New Hope Village Golf Course. Our clubhouse is a great location to host your party, anniversary, business meetings, wedding receptions, showers, and more. This attractive facility is fully accessible, has lots of parking, and enough space to accommodate around 75 people. It's easy to find on Bass Lake Road just west of Winnetka, and with affordable rates, it's easy on the pocketbook. So schedule your event today. Call 531-5178.
3-1 Champlin Park ahead of Simley. Let's go back ringside with Jay Wilcox.
Thanks very much, John. We're with Jim Coltis, the Champlin Park head coach. And Jim, how'd you like the way your team played in that second period?
You know, I thought we did a much better job this period. We started out a little bit without the energy we wanted, but as the period went on and after they got their goal, we kind of picked up our play.
Yeah, you guys had a real nice stretch later in the period, and it ends up showing up on the scoreboard, but also in drawing a penalty late there too.
Yeah, it was nice to get that one there. And we were hoping to get a power play there. We just changed our power play the other week a little bit, our personnel, and we kind of screwed up on our change, so we were short a lefty on the ice. But it worked out okay, and we got a good chance there to score a couple.
Tell me about the season as a whole. You've had a lot of close games and maybe not scoring as many goals as you'd like overall, but what do you think about the way your team has played up to this point in the season?
You know, I'd say the last 4 or 5 games we've really started to kind of really play well, kind of decide who we really want to be. We've been in some tight games, 2-1 to Maple Grove, 2-1 to Andover. We lost both those, 3-0 with Centennial. So we're starting to kind of find our way. And, you know, we did graduate a lot of scoring with Leah Elledge and Haley Adair and even Courtney Potter leaving. But some of these kids are starting to really figure it out, and we're pretty excited for the rest of the season.
It's the same for all the teams coming back after Christmas, and then you jump back in with 3 big games like this. Do you coach a little bit differently in terms of using more bench or anything because of the fact that you know you'll have to play again right away the next couple days?
Yeah, tonight we actually came in with a game plan to try to play 3 lines as much as we could. We were just rolling through them, and then we're also playing 6 defensemen, and we're giving our starting goalie the night off. So we'll see. Hopefully it translates into some wins tomorrow.
Thanks so much for joining us, Jim, as always, and good luck in the third period here.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right, Jim Coltis, the head coach of the Champlin Park Rebels. His team leading 3-1 here over Simley, and also on the other rink, Red Wing was up 2-0 on Wilmer late in the second period. We'll be back with more of our coverage here of the All-Star Sports Holiday Classic from New Hope Arena in just a moment.
A Brooklyn Park church received some unwelcome visitors this past weekend.
Volunteers really do have their work cut out for them. They'll be inspecting 23,000 residential lots and city boulevards.
problem began when the railroad decided to increase the train's speed. In the process, they had to raise a portion of the track over here.
Fire crews got a call around 4 Friday morning from a passerby alerting them to a deck fire.
This time, little lob for Winnicky, trying to go up and get it. Touchdown!
We have a job to do out here today.
To be a winning team, you have to work like a winning team.
My team depends on me.
And my team is 50,000 strong. Looks like a lot of work's going into this.
This is what it feels like to be part of a team.
A winning team.
The action team.
Get in on the action at actionteam.org. Are you in?
Welcome back here to New Hope Ice Arena on 12 Sports. This is our continuing coverage of the All-Star Sports Holiday Classic. We're in the second intermission, Champlin Park, leading Simley 3-1. And our second game tonight, we'll be seeing the Armstrong Cooper team taking on a good opponent to start the tournament. We're joined by Kevin Gray here as they get set to face Matamidi. And how excited are the girls to be back here hosting this tournament once again?
Yeah, very excited. We're in the locker room having our little pregame talk, and they're excited to get going. They got a lot of family and friends in town, so it's a great atmosphere in the building tonight.
What do you know about Matamidi as you come into this one?
Not a whole lot. They're kind of from the other side of town, and it's part of the reason why we hope to play on this first game. But I know they play in a tough conference, so they're well tested as well. So it should be a good game.
Your team had really a nice kind of breakthrough season last year, and right now the record maybe not showing as strong of a team as you are, but you played a really great schedule, and that's got to do nothing but help, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the plan. The section that we're in is so hard, so we wanted to be as ready as we could be once we come to February. So record isn't great, but we've played pretty good hockey, and it's just get a bounce here or there as we get down the stretch here, and good things will happen for us.
We've got some veteran players that have played in this tournament a few times, and how big of a goal for them is to try and win it here on their home ice?
Yeah, we kind of talked about it this week at practice, and we were looking through the history books, and I don't think we've ever won, so they want to end their career here with a win at the Armstrong Cooper tournament. So,
coming out tonight, what are some things to look for from your team? If it's going to be a good night for your club, what has to happen and show up in that first period?
We got to skate. I mean, we've got three lines that we can depend on to keep the pace of play up, and that it gets some of our better players some rest time. And then when our skill players get on the ice, we need to handle pucks and bury our chances and be very opportunistic. And we've done a good job against our opponents this year of locking down our defensive zones. So when we play well, we limit chances and we take advantage of the ones we get.
As coaches, is having a home tournament a great thing, or are there some other challenges that become involved with being at home also?
It's both. You hit it right there. It's nice being home. You don't have to travel. The hard part is you're at home, and maybe it takes us a little longer to get focused on hockey again. So with everybody in town, and they actually help and do volunteer hours here as far as working penalty boxes during the JV games and running clocks and booths upstairs. So there's some other activities that are on their day versus just playing hockey.
Kevin, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing your team in action here in our second game tonight.
Thank you so much.
All right, Kevin Gray, the head coach of Armstrong Cooper, and they're getting set to take on Matamidi. We'll have that one for you live on 12 Sports as well, coming up just a bit later this evening. Champlin Park hoping to salt away a win in the third period. Simley will try and make a comeback. It's 3-1 Rebels after 2. We'll be back with more of our coverage here on 12 Sports.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
The torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans.
The American dream need not forever be deferred.
It's the richest and the most powerful country.
Champlin Park 3, Simley 1 through 2 periods of play of girls hockey in the All-Star Sports Holiday Classic. Highlights from that second period, it was 1-0 Champlin Park after one. Simley gets on the board, 2:45 into the second period. The goal by Danielle Berger and Jack Burgum, the assist to make it 1-1, and Champlin Park goes back in front. Gabby Polsrud on the goal at 4:58. And then a nice play, Maggie Craig setting up Sydney Pella for the goal at 14:11 to put Champlin Park ahead 3-1. 2 assists in that second period for Craig. Pella for the goal and the assist in Champlin Park with a 2-goal lead at 3-1. Take another break. We'll come back and drop the puck for the third period. More girls hockey live on 12 Sports after this timeout.
Way to Go Sports is the way to go for high-quality brand name used sporting goods at low prices. We buy and sell quality used sports gear. So score some cash when you sell us your stuff or save some cash when you buy ours. We are a family-owned store with something for the whole family.
Way to go for used bikes. Way to go for used lacrosse gear.
Way to go for all sports.
And way to go sports.
And we sharpen skates too.
Way to Go Sports in the Golden Valley Shopping Center, where buying sporting goods is fun and affordable.
Enjoy your private party in the cozy and comfortable Clubhouse at New Hope Village Golf Course. Our clubhouse is a great location to host your party, anniversary, business meetings, wedding receptions, showers, and more. This attractive facility is fully accessible, has lots of parking, and enough space to accommodate around 75 people. It's easy to find on Bass Lake Road just west of Winnetka, and with affordable rates, it's easy on the pocketbook. So schedule your event today. Call 531-5178.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills one person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
You always made sure I brushed my teeth.
You told me that smart was cool.
You always told me to dream big.
To all of those parents who took the time to make raising their children their most important job, we'd like to say,
thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thanks, Mom and Dad.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
I never thought I'd miss you half as much as I do. It must be love, love, love.
It must be love. It must be hospice.
With Jay Wilcox and Dan Ficken, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks for tuning in and taking part of your Thursday night to be part of our coverage of the All-Star Sports Holiday Classic. Champlin Park 3, Simley 1 through 2 periods. Armstrong Cooper, Matamidi, the late game here in the North Rink. You'll see that one live on 12 as well.
Well, interesting third period here, John. Simley's not out of this. They're only 2 goals down. As we say, it's the toughest lead in any sport to hold. In hockey, it's a 2-goal lead. Maddie Foss is going to be important here, the Champlin goalie in this period. And we'll see if Simley can bring back some of that energy they started that second period with. Bring it back in the third. A goal here can change the whole thing.
Martinson and Nelson on the face-off. Cleared back down into the Simley zone as we're underway with the third period. Turnover by the Spartans. Lost out in front, comes out to Johnson. Down to the stick of Rossbach. Here's Martinson from the circle. Save made by Cheetah. It's back to Johnson. He'll dump it to the corner to Dockin. Dockin taking the pass. Martinson was shot and Cheetah has to make the save point blank. Right onto the stick of Martinson and another turnover. Now they finally get it out to center ice. Heavy pressure put on. First 30 seconds of play by the Rebels here in the third period. Back out in the Spartan zone. Martinson stealing it, but then gave it away on a pass and cleared out away by Simley. And this is going to be icing on the Spartans.
And the pressure breaker there. They had to get that puck out of the zone. They were stuck in there again. Champlin Park is setting up good in front of the net, as Coach Padno said between the first and second period. They need to get nasty in front of that net again. There's too many people standing by themselves and getting opportunities to put the puck in the net. They need to tighten that up and start reversing back out instead of forcing it up one side, bring it back out the other to try and get a breakout. Break this pressure.
Face-off won by Champlin Park. Puck deflects just wide of the net. Clear to the near boards. Now taken by Megan Larson. Oh, and then it deflects. And luckily that Cheetah was alert and able to get a stick on the puck as it deflected off a Rebels player. Now Craig can't quite keep it in the zone or get a pass off, and she'll have to skate it back to her blue line. Up at center is Paulsrud. She'll bank it into the Simley zone. Skated after there by Royce. Rice with a pass that missed Nelson. Zone down in the Champlin Park zone. It's another icing on Simley.
Now Champlin's got their forechecking system going, and they're setting up nice. They got a beautiful triangle set up, and they're getting the puck in front to create some opportunities. And when you do that, Johnny, things start happening for you too, like that deflection that went into Cheetah. If she hadn't been awake, it would have gone to the net from a backside angle.
Puck comes around near side, now to the corner. It's Lexi Muller around the boards. Lakin Muller. Now here's a chance for Simley coming back into the zone, carrying and shooting into the midsection is Nelson of Foss, who makes the save. But a good rush, a 3-on-2 break there for Simley. Nelson with a shot at the senior Maddie Foss with the save.
A nice breaker, but you see the Champlin Park players coming back real quick. They did a nice job back checking and covering up. And Maddie Foss, she smothered that thing, had no rebound there. She saw the Simley players coming at her.
Puck poked by the Rebels back down into the Simley zone. That's icing on Champlin Park.
Well, all of a sudden, John, we're getting a lot of whistles. I know the first 2 periods, we did not have a lot of whistles. Like we said, the pace is good and not a lot of icing.
Martinson and Larson to face off. Larson back behind the Rebels net. Center intent, puck popping free onto the stick of Burgum. And taken back by Martinson. Here's Martinson out to center. Into the Simley zone. Martinson backhanding it. Gets control of the puck in the corner now. Trying to tie up there with Taylor Burgum. Puck popping onto the stick of McNamara. Across. Trapp getting it back from McNamara. Now it's Martinson. McNamara backhander from the circle. Put eye down in front. A shot by Dockin. Stop made. Another save. Dockin now to McNamara to Martinson out in front. They bang at the puck all around the Simley net. Nothing going in, and it's cleared out by the Spartans down into the Champlin Park zone. After it there goes Burrell. Onto the stick of McNamara. Pass ahead to Dockin. Now it's Martinson. Trailing the play, comes in. Martinson, a clear shot and cheat of the save. Matthews can't get up for Lakin Muller. Missed on the pass in the left wing. Back down to the Rebel zone. Burrell after it. She'll play it behind her net for Trapp. Out to center. Shot back in by Matthews.
Well, Champlin's trying to put the dagger in. They've double shifted Martinson twice, their leading scorer. They're looking to put that next goal in right away.
Berger's going to go off for a penalty. She trips Trapp at center ice. And we'll get the second Champlin Park power play of the night.
Going in for tripping here. This could be a dangerous moment for the Spartans now. We'll see. Come on, just reaching in, out of position. Just did not get those legs moving to cut in front. Took her down.
Penalty time, 3:59. Face-off win for the Rebels. Bree Johnson shot away. Goes wide of the net. Taken by Pelliff. Off for Wood. Back to Pelliff. Put out in front. And Simley will take it back. Jack Burgum skates it up to center. Shielding Wood from the puck. Now dumping it down to the Rebel zone where it's taken by Johnson. Bree Johnson, senior defenseman and co-captain for this Rebels team. Puck back behind the Simley net. Around the boards it goes as Riley clears it down the length of the ice. Foss leaving it back there for Craig. And now Martinson at center. Martinson in on the left wing. Stops top of the circle. Martinson dropping the pass back for Johnson. She'll let the shot fly. Cheat of the save. Goes to the boards. Martinson takes it. Back to Bree Johnson. Trying to get the pass back, I think, and instead put it in front, but right onto the Simley player's stick, and Taylor Bergen able to ice the puck easily. Johnson back for it with 48 seconds left in the power play for Champlin Park. Back to the Spartans. They're to their blue line and brought back into the zone by Pelliff of Champlin Park. Taken by Royce of Simley and cleared it out to center. Trapp on her right. Rossbach shoots it into the Simley zone. Lexi Muller back for it. Fell down as she tried to get the pass away. Puck to Flex, comes to the stick of Trapp, or excuse me, that's Pelliff. Now it's to Trapp. Back to Sydney Pelliff. Off on her right. And cleared by Rossbach, trying to put it out in front of the net, but nobody was able to get a stick on it. Now played by Lexi Muller. Onto the stick of Martinson for Champlin Park. Martinson moving in, shot away. That hit some traffic. Simley is back at full strength. Now the Champlin Park pass failing to connect to the blue line. Puts it back to center, and now it's offside into the Champlin Park zone, but Pat note offside.
Well, bonus time for the Spartans. They kill off that penalty. That could have been a killer, John. They go 3 goals down now with 10:48 left. Would have hurt. So did a good job killing it. Now let's see if they can grab some of this momentum and get it down in the Champlin zone and create an attack mode now.
Long shot away, and the save made by Voss. 10:41 to go in the third. Nelson and Wood facing off, one by Wood. Taken by Bree Johnson for Delaney Everett, and up and out of center. Shot back into the Simley zone. And just inside the blue line, puck cleared in. Muller fell down. We're going to have a penalty coming up on Champlin Park. Simley trying to get that extra skater on, but it's touched by Wood, and now we'll get the penalty call.
Well, Spartan's going to get this opportunity. They need to just calm down and be patient now and work this puck around. They got to get their last power play out of their head. We'll see the penalty coming up here, coming across. Just got that stick errantly put in place, and of course they'll get you every time for that, especially if someone goes down. So Delaney Everett going into the box for the Rebels.
Each team with 2 penalties in the game now. Everett going off for tripping at 6:50 of the third period. Lexi Muller with the pass. Middle of the ice to the stick of Larson. Here's Megan Larson into the Rebel zone. Drop pass, and right there to clear it away was Abby Dockin. Lexi Muller turns, getting it off for her sister Lakin. Muller lost the puck, taken by Dockin out in front. Martinson trying to bang at the puck. Now it's Lakin Muller with it. Skates it up to center into the Rebel zone. Drop pass missed Nelson. It's onto the stick of Martinson. 1-on-2 for Champlin Park. Martinson shorthanded, trying to split between the D. Puck back behind the Simley net, and finally taken by Royce. Almost lost it, but got it away to Nelson. Up to center ice. Regan Patnode. Now here's Nelson trailing the play. Shot away. Shot it wide to Foss. Patnode trying to get it to Nelson. Picked off and played ahead. This is McNamara. McNamara skates deep. Shot and a goal. Margie McNamara with the 3rd assist in the game to Maggie Craig. 2nd goal tonight for McNamara.
John, I think I got my #1 star picked out for the game. Boy, Margie McNamara has just been absolutely fabulous. 2nd goal, well deserved. She's been a factor offensively. And that was a shorthanded goal. Boy, oh boy, it's just, you know, I feel bad for the Spartans now, but they lose their heads when they're on the power play. Their sticks get stiff and they're not making good plays and throwing the puck all over the place.
McNamara's 2nd goal tonight and 4th of the season to make it a 4-1 game. Simley still on the power play here, and they get a shot and a save made by Foss. One more look at the goal by McNamara.
Oh, look at her coming tight here, and she just brings it in real nice and just finds it in the 5-hole there. Just a nice little play by the young captain.
Off the face-off, the Rebels clear it out, and that'll kill off the rest of the penalty time here as it's skated down by Lexi Muller. Rink-wide pass out to center as Champlin Park's back at full strength. Shot in by Maddie Wicki. Lexi Muller dumped it back behind the Rebels net. After it goes Rossbach to the blue line. Simley keeping the puck in. Taken by Martinson of Champlin Park. Martinson to the blue line. McNamara head to Martinson, who sweeps it into the Spartan zone. To the blue line, shot away, and that one just going wide. Looking for the deflection was Dockin. Feeds the pass now to McNamara. To the side of the net, put out in front. Simley able to take it away. Anna Rice Royce coming in, top of the right circle. A centering pass behind Patnode. Champlin Park shooting it back to center and down into the Simley zone. Skated down there by Lexi Muller. Muller ran into Martinson, lost the puck, but Larson is there to take it. Larson to center. Puck lost, got it back briefly and overskates it. Now it'll be Jack Burgum bringing it in. Her shot away. Foss the save and covers up with Berger looking for the loose puck. Foss covers it with 6 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the third period.
You know, John, these last 5 minutes have shown really kind of the difference between the two teams here. You can tell the veteran leadership on Champlin. They move the puck well. They don't lose their cool. They keep playing the way they play. They play their game. Simley's kind of breaking down a lot of individual efforts, not a lot of good cross-ice passing and puck movement. They're trying to carry it in, somebody trying to do it all by themselves. They seem really confused, and that's a sign of a young team. And unfortunately, some years you got to go through this, you know, to teach your players how to, you know, put it together. But that's really been the difference right now. Just some good veteran leadership and experience on the Rebels has been the difference in this game.
Winner of this game will play either Anoka or Rogers in the semifinals here Friday night at 8 o'clock on the North Rink. The loser will take on the loser of Anoka Rogers at 6 p.m. Friday here on the North Rink. Champlin Park playing it ahead. This is a chance for Wood, who carries deep, puts a shot on net. Save made. Puck is free out in front of the crease. Now cleared away to the corner. Back out, blue line, shot away, tip shot, and that one went just wide. Another centering pass, and this one onto the stick of Vandermeer, who brings it up to center and will shoot it in to the Rebel zone for Simley. Jordan Trapp back for the puck. Going to get it off for Stoll. Out to center. Here he is, Craig. Nice move, backhand shot. A good save by Cheetah. Nice scoring opportunity for Megan Craig. Has really had a nice game tonight with 3 assists for Champlin Park. Craig getting it again. Pokes the puck ahead to Sidney Pelliff. Pelliff, left circle, shot, Cheetah save. Puck free in front. And finally taken by Nelson of Simley. She has it taken away from her by Craig. Rebels really buzzing here in the third period. Pass going off to Pelliff. Carries it in on the right side. Centering pass, turning was Polsrud. Couldn't get a shot away. Cleared out, and now Simley's Lakin Muller. Giving it off to Regan Patnode. Patnode carries deep. Goes down as Johnson took her out of the play. Around the left boards in the Rebel zone. Pass ahead to center, finds the stick of Pelliff, and it'll be icing on Champlin Park.
Well, you see the Rebels have shaken off the rust, John. They're playing very well now in this third period. I love the way they're moving the puck, working together. They know where to be. Creating some good opportunities for themselves. They're getting ready to make a run here. Like Coach Colt has said, they've had a lot of 1-goal losses here. They're hoping to turn those into 1-goal wins now in the second half. Because I'll tell you, the Northwest Suburban Conference is up for grabs this year. There isn't any clear favorite. It wouldn't surprise me to see somebody emerge all of a sudden, and it could be either the Champlin Park Rebels or I like the Armstrong Cooper team too.
Skated after down into the Simley zone. Getting there first was Royce for the Spartans. McNamara for Champlin Park onto the stick of Dockin. Shot down to the corner. McNamara there. Martinson looking to get after it. Up toward the blue line. Puck comes free to Martinson in the slot. Shot wide. A lot of traffic in front of Cheetah with the puck well wide of the net. McNamara back out to the blue line. Trapp with a shot. That's stopped by the Simley player Wiki onto the stick. Berger at center. She lost as she came to the Simley line. Here's Martinson for Champlin Park. Taken away from her. That comes out to center. Lakin Muller. Gathers it in at center. Has her sister on her left. Nice poke check away by Rossbach. And Martinson for Champlin Park will head the other way. Plays it past Lexi Muller, trying to get past the Simley defenseman.
Lexi Muller made a real nice play there. Did just enough to get body on Martinson, who's going to go around her. Nice play.
Puck at center, now brought in by the Rebels into the Simley zone. 2:38 to go. Down into the Champlin Park end. They wave out icing as Rossbach comes back deep for it. Behind her net. Rossbach playing it up to center. Shot back to the Rebels line. And that center ice taken by Taylor Burgum. Down to the Rebel zone. Jack Burgum went down. Cleared by Rossbach. Rebels trying to fight to get it out of their zone. Simley doing everything they can do to keep it in. Now it's finally cleared and would have been icing, but it's right on net on clearing attempt by Rossbach. She got it out. Berger playing it rink wide for Simley. Onto the stick of Vandermeer. Craig comes back for it for Champlin Park. Craig too far on the pass on the right wing. Well, Trembo's going to try to skate it down and does. Gets a shot away for Champlin Park. Back comes Simley the other way. Molly Lechko on the left, number 19. Got it into the Rebel zone. It comes to Craig's stick. Minute 15 to go in the hockey game. Craig in on the right side. Out to the blue line. Kept in by Paulsrud. Played back behind the net to the right of the goal for Amanda Riley. With a minute to go in the hockey game. 4-player tie-up in the Simley zone. Onto the stick of Paulsrud, a shot, and she rifled it high. Back behind the net. Craig and Muller go after it. Lexi Muller wins that battle, lost her stick. And we get a face-off coming up at center ice. A penalty here on Champlin Park. They're going to whistle Craig for a penalty. Well, actually, the face-off come back down on their end. I was wondering why the face-off were at center. We get the penalty call.
Looks like a slash. Okay, well, 34 seconds here now. Spartans, settle down. See if you can get the puck moved around and see if you can generate yourself a scoring chance. Give yourself some positivity walking out of here now. So you need to settle down, move the puck around.
Martinson instead wins the face-off and shoots it down into the Spartan zone. Cheetah waiting, gets the puck off onto Burgum's stick and comes out to center. Regan Patnode carried it in, lost the puck, cleared back out, and down all the way down to the Simley end. Final 10 seconds of hockey here. Out to center. And won't get a shot away from Nikki Nelson, and the game ends. And a 4-1 win for Champlin Park as they improve their record. Dan Ficken to 6-8 on the season.
Good game for the Rebels, John. They shook that Christmas kind of doldrums off real quick. I thought their pace was very good. I love the way they moved the puck in this one, and it got better, I thought, as the game went on. They know where they're playing. They're ready to make a move here. They're going to get some good competition coming through in the next steps. Spartans, well, a little growing up period. They played pretty good for 2 periods. Third period, I thought it got a little out of hand for them, but they're young, and we saw some good things. They have some players that can skate. Cheetah looks like she's a pretty good goaltender. They can build on that. So overall, the pace is pretty good today for the first game of the tournament, and good luck to both teams as they move on.
Champlin Park 4-1 with a 4-1 win. Again, they will play in the tournament semifinals Friday night against either Anoka or Rogers. That'll do it for our telecast tonight. For Jay Wilcox, Dan Ficken, and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Final score: Champlin Park 4, Simley 1.